Morning has come and gone. Our two, I use the term loosely, brave heroes, have slept through the night without any other interruptions. When they wake, our friend Grim is waiting for them outside of the alarm trap. And he says he's there to take our two, let's use the term contracted adventurers. So to work, to take them to work in behalf of Goodie. They have purchased healing spells. I don't know how they've divvied them up. Not healing spells, but healing potions. I don't know how you all divvied them up, but we will probably get to that once we get to where we're going. He tells them that he is going to take you all to where you're going to meet the person that's going to give you your mark and bounty. So you all go through. Right now you're in the second rung. It's early in the morning. There's not a lot of people out, but you can tell people are stirring around and moving. And he takes you into the long shaft that's the thin shaft that goes between the rungs. You don't go far. You go just a little ways, and you go to the next rung. It is the third rung. It is the religion rung. All religions are welcome as long as they do not commit crimes. Against the city. This rogue Grim tells you. He informs you that this section has the least amount of law because they allow people to practice and do what they want in this rung. But if there are problems, the law comes with a heavy and swift hand here. Some of the practices that happen in this rung are not accepted in other places, but they allow worship within reason within their city. So you will see less lawbringers in certain other things. So he explains that while you can get away with more here, surprisingly, many of these priests are warrior type, and between some of the clerics and the paladins, they are not to be looked upon lightly. So there are many type of protection spells and other things that ward off anyone willing to do harm to their religion. If that makes sense, yeah. Wink, wink, wink. So he leads you through this path. You see all sorts of temples, and you see, nice looking places, bright, some super clean, some down almost huts, many priests, and many monks. It's a hodgepodge. Many of them are speaking to each other. After a little bit of walking, you finally come upon a place that does not look on the nice side of things, but it also does not look necessarily so bad. To you two, especially. You see a very red and orange type building coming up, very dark. Almost looked like it's made of ash from volcanoes and heat. Molded from great darkness and burn. It almost looks like it's on fire itself, or that it radiates heat itself. You notice, though, that there are many shapes that look like they could be bones, maybe shaped that way, of great beasts. The sky, even though it is nice out, the building itself almost darkens the sky, like looking past it. Grim informs you two that this is where he will watch from here on. Again, he is not your keeper, so he was paid to take you to where you need to go. He says go in and make yourself comfortable. Do not insult anyone in this temple, and do not be the bane of anyone. So he points you to the great door that's on the map there. Do you wish to go inside?
Yes.
So Grim looks and tells you good luck. And remember, if you need patching up, he's just a few gold pieces away. Now, and he goes, well, maybe more than a few. And a roll. That is a 29. You look at the door, and he's gone. So
It's got some good rolls. It's got 1 pluses, I believe.
Has it? Yeah. So as his rogue, he's got pluses.
It's quite the church.
Oh, wow. I'm encroaching upon your space.
I need somebody sitting on top of me. Does.
All right.
Oak Ridge.
So we go inside, and the very first thing you notice that you go through the door, and the front door, which were made of some type of stone. Let's just say it was very heavy on the iron. But as you go into the door, it's a very small, thin path. Almost narrows down to where one person can go at a time, and you see a metal door, like almost like a dungeon door. Really, it's what's on there. If you see the hinges, it's like you can see through it, but again, it's like a metal grate more than a door. It is not locked, which is good. So you open the grate. I assume that's.
Mm-hmm. We'll go inside.
All right. So now that you're in the grate, you come in and you see an interesting room. There are steps that wind down. There are not very many people in here. Without rolling, one of the first things you notice is there is a skeleton head or skull of what's definitely a red dragon hanging on the wall, and various other parts of probably dragon bones and other great serpents. So, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. I'm going to walk on down the stairs and just leisurely look around.
So go ahead. Just move yourself down to the bottom.
Are you coming along with me?
Mm-hmm. I come along with him.
All right. See if I notice anybody in here or anything living.
That's a good way to put it.
Do I need to roll or anything?
Just do an investigation.
Okay.
If you're actually actively looking for someone.
Yeah.
So we'll do an investigation instead of perception. Perception is trying to see something else.
12.
Okay, so you look around, and again, doesn't seem to be anyone around, but there are what looks like there could be jail cells type or some type of cells. The place is very hot. Let's just say there's some dry heat going on. Definitely some dry heat. Now, one of you can do a perception if you wish. I don't know who has the better perception. It wouldn't surprise me if it is him.
It's probably you.
What do you have?
0.
Mine's also 0.
Hit it. I rolled the last one.
On the bright side is if he has a 1.
3.
Okay. So
Maybe I should roll.
you're not that worried. It's like you were told to come here, right?
That's right.
So you can do an insight. I think you should have decent insight though.
Five.
You're like, I just work here.
Just out of curious. 6.
Oh my gosh.
Way better.
Yeah, way.
That's funny. Okay. So you do notice I think there's some tables in there, aren't there?
Yeah. Oh,
So go ahead and.
tables are over there.
Oh, well, that's a good place, right? Just
Yeah.
you're here to meet someone, right?
Yeah. I'm just gonna go over here and I'm gonna sit down at the table.
I'm gonna sit
Wanna go with me?
facing him. Same way.
Yeah. So the back. So is there any path behind you?
Not sure if
I
that would
can't
be-
tell.
I can't
That's
tell.
down
It looks
there.
like fire. I don't think there's a path back there. Possibly. Maybe back through there.
Yeah, it might lead off into something that direction. So well, the way that you're all positioned, you're
Should be able to. I
Yeah,
can
you're
see
look-
that away, and you can see
you're
this.
looking. So go ahead and just do a perception roll for what you're watching for, both directions,
All right.
for the way you're looking.
If it rolls off, it's a 1.
I called it and it's 11.
Bad rolls.
Well, that's an average. Well, at least those are average.
Roll in here.
Yeah, that's.
Already rolled.
Okay. I mean, when you do roll.
Yeah, all right. So
I'm gonna not let it hit the floor.
all right. So while you're looking, that is on your table.
What is that?
It is some type of little type being creature. So I rolled higher than both your rolls.
Hey!
Yeah. So it goes.
Yeah.
This creature looks at you. I'll just tell you right now. It doesn't. It's small, but you don't know necessarily if it's a halfling or not. Especially like with you looking. Even though you're about that size. That's how the size you're supposed to be. But I would not think that you don't. I don't know if you would feel like this is a halfling or not. So, it goes, welcome, welcome to Bane's Inn. It's like, are you believers?
Is it E-N-D or I-N-N?
E-A-N-E.
E-N-D? Bane's End?
Yeah.
Okay. I put I-N-N.
It can be like I said, it can be whatever you like.
Alright. Yeah, we figured we'd just come in here and hang out. Supposed to possibly meet somebody and may have a friend coming.
One does not generally hang out unless we're talking about their entrails here.
Oh, indeed.
it's like, do you wish to be an offering
I'll give an offering.
to the end of Bane?
I will give an offering.
He pulls out a little knife. It says, "I will make it quick since you are such a willing participant. Please remove your armor."
I don't know about all that. But I would give an offer of gold.
You
for
can
the
do
cost.
some insight if you want.
Okay, I'll do some insight. Nat 20.
All right, so apparently like these people are into pain. So a lot of pain. So you probably want to choose your words carefully because they would maybe not think twice about gutting you and using whatever they have to continue to build the temple. Now that you're all sitting around looking, about everything here looks like it is made from iron. So there's a lot of iron and blood. There's a lot of bone. So much in here is like that. You know, the smell, it permeates everything. What's that?
Has anyone else been in here possibly waiting for us, or maybe left us some goodies?
Oh. It's like there are many that bring goodies here. Many bring sacrifice to work to the end of Bang. So you sure you do not wish to join the glory and give your suffering? It's like generally the sacrifice takes at least 24 hours. But since you came willing, I would gladly cut it down to 8.
Not for us, but we may be able to bring you someone else to sacrifice.
Oh, it's like we would much like sacrifices.
We have a special set of skills.
So skills. So you have good skills, apparently. I believe I know who you are here for then. I will take you to where your friend will be.
Okay.
Take you all over. And let's say there's a couple seats over this way.
Mm-hmm.
And again, there's a grate here, and there's some type of animal inside of it. You notice that it is alive, but it is not in the best of shape. If you all, again, if you want to know more about the animal, you're welcome to roll, or if you do not care about the animal.
I'm gonna roll inside on it. 15.
Okay. So
I'm
at the
rolling
end.
it too.
So what do you want to do? Like, do you have animal handling? Do you have nature, survival? It's like, what type of things do you have, Zane, that you might be able to?
Survival.
So
19.
okay. So this beast has been severely been drained of its stamina quite a bit. Looking at it, Jimmy, you rolled a insight.
Yes, I can't remember what it was. 15.
Better than insight, though, right?
Yes, that was inside.
All right. So you're looking in, and you realize it's not a beast, but it is probably a bugbear. Right, which is a type of goblin. You know, it's a high level goblin. They're quite covered in like, they actually have fur and things like that. So generally, bugbears do not make their way into remote towns and definitely not cities. It's very rare in any of the rounds that you all have been at. So, and from the distance while you're all looking at this, you hear a voice. And up comes like a very large human, carrying a great axe, and you notice he's got like a big fur over him. which is very similar, thanks to what you all rolled, is most of his clothes and the furs and they're clad over him. Looks like it's made out of
Okay.
the bugbear hide and furs and stuff like that. It comes up and says, I see that you are admiring my catch here. That was a bugbear chieftain. It's like one of the toughest, nastiest ones I found for a while. I found that he was so good to fight. I enjoyed it. And I could not just bring myself to end him there. And I brought him here to put him out of what troubles him and his bane of his existence, and to actually make him have meaning. So once he is fully healed, we will stop being his bane, and we will end him, and he will glorify this temple.
So you want to heal him up and then fight him to the death?
Oh no fight. It's like he has already lost his fight. And in turn, his life has been forfeited to me. So we will make sure that he is fully well. So that way, not a drop of bone or sweat, tears, or blood is lost in the sacrifice.
What would that have to do with us being here?
Nothing. I just wanted to see how you would react, and make sure that you are who I was told would be coming. Did not figure that Goodie would send someone with such weak stomachs. So you passed my test. I said, do you all have any problems at all with the bugbear treatment?
No.
So
That's your affair.
okay. So again, he's watching. I didn't like it. You can roll deception if you want to continue, or roll performance acting like, oh, it's this is fine. So he asks, once you get your job done, and if you wish to come and take part in the ritual, we're always glad to see if we can get fellow people to convert, or see in our ways.
I may come back and have a few words with you about it.
So, how do you mean that?
I'm just interested in how things go around here.
Right.
We're new to the area.
Okay. So, he said, looks forward to coming in. It's like, all those who understand that the only end there is one that we all are kicking and screaming, trying to prevent our end, are the only ones that are worth a good end.
Mm-hmm.
So, even those that are willing to sacrifice themselves freely will understand the pain of what it means to leave this world. So, only then that we can truly appreciate this world, that sorrow and suffering is all that is left for us at the end. But from what I understand, you all have already met your end once.
We have. I have. I can't vouch for my friend here.
So he looks around. He says, "My little one." It's like looking down at. It's like, what's your full name?
Manicus.
Manicus. He's looking at Manicus. He says, "Someone your size, I'm surprised, has not met their end many times. So the idea that you've been strong enough to withstand death over and over is a testament to you. But you've had a large amount of pain through your lifetime."
I tell him I've endured a lot.
So strengthening those bones and filling your veins with a great offering for someday, I see. So no amount is too small, even in a small body. It's like we all must sometimes sacrifice. But alas, I could sit here and talk about great deeds, broken bones, wasted blood. But I understand that you are here for business.
Yes, business it is.
Are both of you all here for business?
I shake my head, yes.
So, I've been offered that your prey today will be a grand sacrifice for our temple. So, Goodie has agreed that you all can choose one of 3 possible prey. So, again, one is relatively easy, one is technically moderate, and then one would be a great offering for us. It's like, so, and he presents 3 envelopes. You know, there is a black one that is for the hardest. There is a deep purple for the medium, and then there is just a red for the easy. Which offering would you like to provide for us?
I would start with the black, personally.
I reach for the black.
So you grab the black, right? You grab the black. And you open.
Yes.
I open it to see who's in there.
You pull it out, and so you all look through. It is written in common. So, all right. So your first prey is, he is a champion of good in the city. It's like, but he has a dark side to him. He is one of the ring guard.
Okay.
So he originally, before he became a ring guard, was a follower of Bane's. And he forsake the temple. And he has not set foot in the religious ring since. He has forsaked all of the religion and has turned to believing the city is the greatest. So to him, like, he is not just slighted this order, but all things dealing with higher powers, and went to the creation of this land instead. So this is blasphemy, and he wishes to turn him back to the light through sacrifice for him to understand what he has missed out on since he became this champion, this ring guard.
What will you need for proof?
You must bring him back alive. So we will, it's like they are going to sacrifice him.
But we can beat on him, though, right?
He said, as long as life is still in his bosom, they will nurse him back and make him a proper sacrifice.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, we may have trouble getting him through the city, but as for the job itself, no problem.
So, yeah. He says, I know where he likes to do his patrols and business. I will say though that this champion, these champion ring guards, mostly like to patrol the paths of between the rungs. So they're not in the rungs; they're in the veins of the city.
Okay.
So just be aware, though, that it's tight in there if you wish to try to confront him there. So otherwise, he visits the second rung often too, but that is very rare.
All right. In between the rungs, is it well lit or is it a little shady?
Depends where.
Okay.
Because really, like during the day, the natural light of the rungs come in like through the gates.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
it's usually low lit, and at night they'll light them.
Okay.
So you know, like there's like light that comes in depending on the doors that are out, but there's lit areas and then there's dark areas.
Okay.
So there are dark areas.
All right. I believe I know what my plan is.
Okay. It says again, this great champion. He's a ring guard. It's like one of the finest. Like he'll have what looks like a ring that's adorned on his head here.
All right. Is that the only markings that he'll have? You know, we'll make sure we're not taking care of all the ring guards to get to this one.
There are very few champions.
Okay.
So, like they're usually well armored, but you should see some type like they describe it pretty well. So it's not like you won't.
Okay.
It's like he will look different than the others.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Are you ready, Manicus?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So before I stop and set up stuff, so let's roll some. Let's talk about what you all want to do. It's like, are you all wanting to? Are you wanting to do it during the day or night?
Night.
Night.
Night. But you want night?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the tunnels will be lit, but then it's funny. It's the reverse. There will be blackness coming in the
During
ring.
the day.
So
Might order during the day then.
no. Because basically we'll flip it. Because light comes in through the doors
Right.
during the day, but then during night they light the other parts, and then there's no light coming through.
Okay, we'll do it during the day then.
Just whichever one's darker.
Yeah, which one's darker in the
It's
hallway?
about the same. Because like I said, it just sort of flips.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we're going to do that now. Like you know what he looks like. It won't be hard to find him. The question is, where do you want to set up? You know he goes towards the second run. So, do you want to set it up going, like, do you want to be in the tunnel?
We'll be in the tunnel.
So you don't want to be outside the tunnel.
Yes.
So you want to be in there. Or do you want it between 2 and 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Closer on the 3, which would be closer to get us to
Yeah.
get him back to there.
Okay.
Because there's less
So, okay. All right.
less
So-
chance for a guard or
All right.
a
So,
civilian coming up.
are there any type of spells or things that you all want to do to set up beforehand? Like there's certain abilities or anything that you want to do? Because like I said, you're all setting, you're all going ambush mode.
Yeah, this
okay?
is
I'm gonna.
bounty hunter.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
like you have all the advantage. She has no idea where it's going to go. This first one is just because again, you can disguise yourself or do whatever.
I'm gonna do the.
Or you can set up a trap and burn a spell. The nice thing is, if you do happen to burn one of your spells, you have your ability to get one back if you do it early enough. You know, because it only takes a minute to get it back for you.
I'm gonna set alarm so that I have a clue, like I have an idea of where he's gonna be at when he's coming through, and then I'm gonna try to like. Is it just through a doorway?
Well, it's thin. It's like this is a thin tunnel. Like this is, it, you know,
It's
might
about
be,
like going in like towards the bathroom.
It's like 15, 20 feet
Oh.
wide. At its deepest, it's probably 15, 20 feet wide. So the darkest will be going, if you're doing it, are you going to do it at night?
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Do it at night or you want to do it in the day?
So whichever one's darker.
Well,
You make the decision.
You basically flip it. Do you want the doorways dark or do you want the tunnel part dark? Because every time there's a
I
doorway.
want the tunnel part dark.
Okay, so then that's during the day. That also means there's more people out. If there's more people,
People
to
see
too.
it.
We're gonna do it at night then.
All right.
We want less people to see us.
So I'm just saying, like this.
Are you
match.
recording?
Yeah, this is part of it.
He does that to us all the time. Like we think we know what we want, and then he
I-
asks
I'm just going-
questions, and it
I'm-
mixes up my
I'm
brain.
going through. This is your first hunt, but
Mixes
I
my
don't want
brain.
someone to come around. Well, I didn't know that. So again, at night the doorways are dark, and then it's lit. Between the
Will it
doors.
be dim though?
Yeah,
Or will it be bright?
Well, it's not. There's not going to be any sunlight. It's just going to be some. So depending on the section, it could be dim everywhere.
All right, you pick it. I'll kill it.
I say we'll do it at night.
Okay, so night. So that means the doorways will be dark going into the rungs. The tunnels, depending on how many lights are where, will either be dim or bright, depending on the number of lights hit.
Is it just torches? Is that what it is?
Yeah, like they'll just have sort of torches or some type of light, we assume. I don't think anyone's going to be casting daylight or crazy lit spells. So, like, imagine it sort of going like through like catacombs with stuff lit, and then you get to the doorways, and you're going to go out. Moonlights, things like that. I can even let you roll. Someone can roll a D4, and I can tell you how dark it is outside.
You do.
For you, the higher the number, the darker it is outside that night.
3.
All right, so it's moon-covered night. It's not storming or anything. So like I said, it's pretty dark. So you barely, I'd say it's cloud coverage, so it's not raining.
Okay.
So there ain't gonna be a lot of light. Cause like once you leave the rooms, that's there's gonna be lights out here. So you're basically almost creating shadow. You know how when there's light here and there's no light there, like how actually it seems like it's darker. So like I said, you go through and then come through. So that's there.
And since it's gonna be dark, I'm gonna cast invisibility.
Yeah, and so you don't need. You don't have to cast that spell. You don't have to use it.
Since it's gonna be dark.
Yeah, you just get to use. All right. So.
You're going to use your half one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you cast invisibility. Doesn't need a spell slot. Do you have any abilities?
Do I have to have a concentration for that?
Look on that's on your spell list. Invisibility's on your spell list.
I'll roll for stealth with disadvantage.
It's concentration.
All right, so you'll need your concentration to maintain invisible. Well, the thing is, it's not like he knows you're there.
I mean, technically, I could.
Yeah, like you don't have to. Like it depends on how you want to ambush him. Are you just doing stealth, or do you want like? It's like here's the thing. Like I said, you're still in a public place, so we've not done that before. So again, you've got performance where you just sort of act like they're religious. You've got there's all these things you do deceptions. There's all those.
I'll do the performance then.
So there's all these things you can act. It's not just about just hiding. You're a big guy in a lot of armor, so you're not moving around. So the question is, how do you want him to perceive you? Because he's probably going to detect you.
I'm sure.
So, but the question is, what does he have to worry about?
I'm going to roll for performance.
Okay.
I'm going to be very similar to that. I call him a zealot, the guy as soon as we come in.
That's a good.
Just the end is near.
Okay. So all right. So that's good. So you've seen that guy do performance before. So you want to you could be preaching how the end is near.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean a roll?
Yeah, do performance.
Okay.
Because you have advantage on the performances.
18.
Okay, so you're going to be pretty convincing that the end is near. The funny thing is it for him or is it for you?